No, 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 don't rain! No! Gonna do a little bit of a life update in my video. A lot of things been going on. Things that have been a little bit of a pain, especially leading right up to Christmas. But get through this traffic. That's it, just cut across. Thank you. Yeah. First I had to... Oh, someone else. What are you doing? First I had to my wife's car, I had a puncture. I think no problem. But because of the type of tyres that she's got on the car, had to replace both of them because the other front one was a little bit low. Sneak it in here. Reverse back up again. There we go, we're in. Run over the pigeon. And ended up costing about nearly 300 quid to replace just 2 tyres. It was about 260, but round it up. A lot of money anyway for just a puncture. And then a couple of weeks ago my wife run over the remnants of a deer, which gave her car a bit of a bashing because it rolled all underneath it, and she could smell petrol. And about a few weeks after that she had the car conk out on her. Got it at the garage, trying to get it fixed and repaired and sorted out what's causing the problem, which is probably going to be a fuel pump, but the fuel pump ends up costing over 300 quid plus the labour, so the total bill's going to be well over £500. I've already paid £150 out to have it inspected, looked at, and the fuel lines cleaned. And yes, all what you want for Christmas, isn't it? But I've been kind of busy with work as well and other things. So try and do some other vlogs when I can. While I sort my stuff out, I think I'll give you a little update on the Sudbury situation. As you can see, the bank's still an empty shell, or the part of it, 'cause it's 2 parts. You've got the main big old stone building. Then you've got another old bit of section that was kind of like offices and stuff above in there, and probably storage of people's documents and house deeds and stuff that probably all got incinerated. And then a big void of where the brick building was, which was a charity and a nail shop, I think. And then you've got the Javelin clothes shop, which is next to it. Again, that was hugely gutted. And a lot of that building's been lost and having to be replaced, but they've got it completely covered now. Seems like some person's doing a bit of video. I don't know if it's the news people, she's just talking in front of the camera. But yeah, you're allowed to come down here now, but look at that massive void where a building was. It's huge, isn't it? But yeah, it's going to be more than just weeks. It's going to be probably a good year, maybe 2, before they get things fixed up. And what are they going to do in that void where there was a right big building and people's apartments and stuff that was there, and people lost their homes, had to probably be relocated somewhere else. Yeah, have to be grateful. Like, I'm having to moan about how much it's costing for my wife's car to be repaired, and that there's a lot more people worse off in the world, I can tell you that. Such as the floods that have been happening up in North England. That people have been flooded out of their homes just before Christmas. There's people that have been displaced out of Syria and Iraq because of these Muslim extremists that are using their threats and violence to push their ideology on people. And that could probably lead on to me talking about something about kind of religion and freedom and everything. And one thing that we need to stick up for ourselves is people's freedom to be able to criticise religion. And I think a lot of those freedoms are being slowly being eroded by laws that we're allowing to be passed that are taking those freedoms away from us. There's such a law that I've heard that that's been passed by the UN that I'm so unfit and old. By the UN that is telling people that you can't criticise religion. Now, a lot of this law seems to be protecting that you can't criticise Islam, but you're allowed to criticise everything else, which seems to be the way that it's all going, because through fear and intimidation, these laws are allowing to come in to think, right, okay, well, if we don't criticise them, then they've got no reason to be violent towards us. It's like, well, they shouldn't be violent towards us in the first place. So it's just crazy. I think, people from like the atheist community and stuff like that, and humanists, you should have that right and that freedom to be able to say what you like, to question, to criticise any religion and any kind of ideology that people are throwing up there, especially ideologies that are trying to impose themselves using threats and violence. You must do this, or we're going to do this towards you, because frankly that's no religion at all, is it? Religion should be down to free will and free choice, not by threats of violence. So I'm certainly completely against that, and I'll be against that even if they flipping come to our shores. So I stick my fist up at you, you extremists. So what do you guys think? Do you think that we should have these laws to fence around religion, and that we shouldn't be able to criticise? Because I really think that we should do. Even like Charlie Hebdo, the cartoonist company that started doing these pictures of Muhammad and that. Yeah, you can think, it's a bit insulting, it's a bit over the top and a bit meaningless, why did they do it? But, that's the whole point of democracy and the whole point of freedom. We've got these rights, we've got these freedoms, and if we can't express ourselves and speak our mind and speak what we believe in, then what kind of world are we living in? Because it's just going to end up being so dictatorial, and nobody's going to have no rights, no freedoms whatsoever to do anything. Are you going to let him come out or no? Let's just go. Oh, it's going to come on to rain now. Let's get home. I think I've yabbed enough and said enough to make some kind of open discussion, and then you've had a look at Subreddit, see what it's like, see how things are progressing. Still got my little mobile bank that I have to pop to. And yeah, so like, subscribe, and live in peace. Enjoy your freedoms. So long, people. No, 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 don't rain. No. Don't want you to rain. I'm only in my livers. Where did we hear that before? I'm gonna be damp and clammy. Clammy and damp. I've got my waterproofs in my rucksack. Did I put them on? No. Did I, heck?